Ever pondered on how to discern an evil person lurking in your midst? The complexity of human nature is truly fascinating, isn't it? We're capable of such kindness, yet also such cruelty. It's a paradox that's puzzled philosophers and scientists for centuries. But what if I told you that there are certain signs, certain traits that may help us identify those with malevolent intentions? We often like to think of evil as something obvious, something we could easily spot and steer clear from. But the reality is far from it. Evil is deceptive. It doesn't always come with a sinister laugh or a wicked grin. It hides behind a mask of normality, silently lurking, patiently waiting. It's the wolf in sheep's clothing, the poison in the goblet of wine. But fear not, because knowledge is power. And today, we're embarking on a journey to unmask evil. A journey that will not only enlighten us, but also equip us with the tools to protect ourselves and our loved ones. We'll delve into the depths of human behavior, exploring 10 intriguing facts that may reveal the presence of an evil individual. These facts are not mere assumptions or stereotypes, but rather, they're based on scientific studies and psychological research. We'll talk about the eyes that are said to be the windows to the soul, the charm that is often a meticulously crafted offensive, the blame game that is their favorite pastime, the lack of empathy that defines their being, their love for power, the lies they weave so effortlessly, the sadistic pleasure they derive, the emotional vampirism they engage in, their narcissism, and their constant criticism. Remember, these facts are not to breed paranoia, but to promote awareness. Because not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions, and not everyone who seems normal is. And with that, are you ready to dive into this riveting journey of unmasking the deceptive nature of evil? Brace yourself, keep an open mind, and let's unravel the mystery of human malevolence together. We begin our journey to unmask evil with our first intriguing fact. Fact number 1, the eyes never lie. Let's dive a bit deeper into that. You see, eyes have been metaphorically referred to as the windows to the soul for centuries, and there's an interesting reason why. Research has found that individuals with malicious tendencies often showcase a unique, unmistakable gaze. This gaze isn't something you can easily shrug off. It's intense, penetrating, and sometimes even unnerving. It's as if they're attempting to peer into your very being, to understand you, to manipulate you. This is not a gaze that invites trust, but one that rings alarms in your subconscious. Studies have shown that our brains are wired to pick up on these subtle cues. So when you feel that innate discomfort, that vague sense of unease when meeting someone's gaze, it's not just your imagination. It's your intuition telling you to tread carefully. So the next time you meet someone, pay attention to their eyes. Fact number 2, beware of excessive charm. Like a magician who pulls a rabbit out of a hat, evil individuals often use charm as a sleight of hand to captivate their audience. It's their most potent weapon, wielded with a calculated precision that's as dangerous as it is captivating. They pull you in with their charisma, their wit, their seemingly genuine interest in you. But beneath this shiny exterior, their intentions are far from noble. This charm is not about making genuine connections or fostering mutual respect. Instead, it's a tool used to manipulate, to control, to deceive. They're not interested in you, but rather, what they can gain from you. It's a game of chess for them, and they're always 3 steps ahead. So the next time you encounter someone who seems too charming to be true, proceed with caution. Remember, charm can be a dangerous tool in the wrong hands. Fact number 3. They never accept blame. It's a classic move in the playbook of the morally corrupt. When things go south, they're swift to shift the responsibility onto someone else. They duck, dodge, and deflect any accountability for their actions. It's like trying to pin the tail on a donkey that's constantly moving. They're masters of manipulation, turning the tables so skillfully that you might even start questioning your own involvement. They're like a broken compass, always pointing in the wrong direction, always ready to pass the buck. So if you find yourself in the company of someone who's more interested in playing the blame game than owning up to their mistakes, take heed. This could be a glaring red flag, a clear warning sign of a character drenched in malevolence. So watch out for those who always point fingers at others. Fact number 4. A missing component, empathy. This is a piece of the puzzle that is often absent in those we might label as evil. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a vital part of our human connection. It's what allows us to feel compassion, to put ourselves in someone else's shoes. But in an evil person, this component is often missing. They may not feel the pain they cause, or they may even derive pleasure from it. It's like a cold void where warmth and understanding should reside. This lack of empathy can lead to manipulative behavior, to actions that hurt others without a second thought. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? A person who can harm others without feeling any remorse. That's the power of empathy, and when it's missing, it can be a clear sign of an evil person. Without empathy, a person can easily harm others without feeling any guilt. Fact number 5, their insatiable thirst for power. A common trait amongst those who lean towards malevolence is an unquenchable desire for power. But why is this? It's simple. Power provides them with the ultimate control tool, a means to manipulate and exploit others. It gives them the ability to shape the world according to their whims and fancies, often at the expense of those around them. They relish in the dominance they hold over others, using power as a weapon to inflict harm and spread discord. They do not wield power with the intention to lead or to create harmony. Instead, they use it as a tool for their own selfish gains, to bend others to their will, to create a world that revolves around them and their desires. Remember, power isn't inherently evil, but in the wrong hands it can be devastating. Power, in the hands of evil, can wreak havoc. Fact number 6, they are masters of deception. Evil people often wear a mask of deceit, skillfully concealing their true intentions. They'll spin a web of lies so intricate it's like a second skin, something they wear without a second thought. These people are pathological liars, individuals who lie incessantly to get their way and do so with little to no regard for others. Their lies range from simple exaggerations to elaborate tales, all designed to manipulate situations to their advantage. They have an uncanny ability to make the untrue seem plausible, to blur the lines between fact and fiction. It's their way of controlling the narrative, of bending reality to fit their twisted worldview. It's essential to remember that the truth is a precious commodity, something to be cherished and protected. But in the destructive wake of a pathological liar, truth is often a casualty in the hands of evil. Fact number 7, they find pleasure in others' pain. Let's delve into this unsettling characteristic, often associated with those who harbor evil in their hearts. This concept, known as sadism, is not just confined to physical pain. It extends to emotional distress, humiliation, and the general discomfort of others. Imagine someone who revels in your missteps, who smiles at your tears, who thrives when you're in turmoil. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? This isn't about schadenfreude, the harmless pleasure we might feel when a rival team loses a game. No, this is a deeper, darker joy, the kind that only comes from witnessing or causing genuine suffering. It's a trait that sets off alarm bells, a red flag signaling the presence of a truly malevolent individual. So remember, when someone consistently delights in the discomfort of others, it's time to tread carefully. Sadism is a clear sign of an evil person. Fact number 8, they drain your energy. Picture this, you're in a room full of people having a great time, and then suddenly, you feel it, that pull, that drain, as if someone has just unplugged your life source. That's the work of an emotional vampire. They feed on your energy, your happiness, your positive vibes. They're not physically sucking the life out of you, but emotionally, they're draining you dry. Their negativity, their problems, their drama, it all becomes a weight on your shoulders, leaving you feeling worn out and exhausted. It's like you've run a marathon without ever leaving the room. They don't do it intentionally most of the time, but their need for attention, for validation, for others to solve their problems, it sucks the joy right out of your life. They're energy thieves, leaving you feeling empty and depleted. Beware of those who suck the joy out of your life. Scene script. Fact number 9, they are self-obsessed. Here we are, diving into the depths of a narcissist's world. It's a world where only one person truly matters, themselves. This self-obsession isn't just about vanity, it's an all-consuming force that dictates their every thought, action, and interaction. Evil people often display these narcissistic tendencies, their interest in others extending only as far as what they can gain for themselves. They view others as mere extensions of their own existence, tools to be used and discarded as they see fit. Narcissists lack empathy and struggle to understand the feelings of others. They are typically preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. They believe they are superior and can only be understood by, or should associate with, other special or high-status people. They are masters of manipulation, using charm or wit to draw others into their web. This self-obsession is a glaring beacon, a signal to the world. Narcissism is a red flag you shouldn't ignore. Fact number 10, they are perpetual critics. Evil individuals have an uncanny knack for finding faults. They wield criticism as a weapon, using it to undermine, belittle, and devalue others. It's as if they have a magnifying glass, always searching for imperfections, always ready to highlight the slightest flaw. But here's the catch. Their criticism is rarely constructive. It's not intended to help you improve or grow. Instead, it's designed to tear you down, to make you question your worth, your abilities, even your very existence. It's a tactic, a strategy in their arsenal of manipulation. It's also a reflection of their own insecurities. By focusing on your flaws, they divert attention from their own shortcomings. It's a smokescreen, a distraction, a way of maintaining control. So the next time you encounter a constant critic, remember this. It's not about you, it's about them. Their criticism says more about their character than it ever will about yours. Avoid those who constantly criticize and belittle others. Now that we've unmasked evil, it's time to reflect. Throughout our journey into the shadowy corners of human nature, we've explored 10 distinct traits that can help us recognize an evil person. Each of these traits, in isolation, might simply suggest a flawed individual. However, when combined, they paint a chilling portrait of a person who can cause harm to those around them. Our expedition began with the deceptive nature of evil, a trait that often masks the true intentions of such individuals. We then peered into the eyes, those windows to the soul where we can sometimes glimpse unsettling truths. We've learned about the charm offensive, the strategy used by evil people to disarm and manipulate others. The blame game followed, a tactic where the individual projects their faults onto others, refusing to take responsibility for their actions. The lack of empathy was a stark feature, a void where compassion and understanding should reside. We then explored the love for power, an insatiable hunger that drives these individuals to control and dominate others. The pathological liar came next, spinning their web of deceit, while the sadistic pleasure taken from the pain and discomfort of others was a chilling revelation. We discovered the emotional vampires, those who drain the energy and positivity from those around them. The narcissist, consumed by self-love and ego, and the constant critic, always ready to belittle and undermine others, were our final stops on this journey. Each of these traits serves as a warning sign, a red flag to be wary of. It's crucial that we stay alert, aware, and vigilant in recognizing these traits. We must understand that these individuals exist and that we may encounter them in our lives, but remember, we are not powerless. By recognizing these traits, we can protect ourselves and avoid falling into their traps. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay vigilant, stay safe,